What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Mic check, mic check. Yo, so it's been like 2 weeks since I made a video. Man, and a lot of stuff has happened in the 2 weeks, man. I went to go see my buddy that got out of prison. That went pretty good. That went really good, man. Look, I just got off work. I'm sitting here outside the bar, about to go in there. I saw my buddy. I got a new job, and I found out I got some bad news that this chick I used to date passed away 2 years ago. So let's talk about it. My buddy that got out of prison, went to go see him, and he had some crazy stories. He's staying at the halfway house, and one day I'm about to get him on here so he can tell you his story, or part of his story. I'm not gonna give it all away, and I don't want to say too much, because I don't ever try to get too much personal information out here, because these people are my friends. I love my friends. I love people, even though people drive me crazy. Still, try to have some respect for people, respect for myself, not be out here gossiping. But these videos are like for learning, like spreading good information for like younger kids, some guidance, a lot of guidance. And I'm like your uncle that you never had. All right. So my buddy spent 5 years in prison. One of the major things that he said was, so let me just break it down to the point so we can get on to the other topics. So I can break this down into like a 10-15 minute video so I can go in there and get some drinks. And so this video doesn't come out to be super long, because I like to talk for like 50 minutes to an hour. So one of the main things he said was, in the prison here, and we're over here on the East Coast, Southeast. He said there was two telephones, one for the Crips and one for the Bloods. He said if you wanted to use a telephone and you weren't part of the gang and you didn't join a gang, he said a lot of people join the gangs. He said he was unaffiliated, he didn't join. And I believe him, and I respect that. He said you'd have to wait to use, I think he said the Blood or the Crips, one of the gangs. You'd have to wait to the very end till they were all done, and there's a certain order. There's the first person in line, the second person in line. There's the order. They had that shit structured out. Then he said there's 2 showers, and this is in the county jail, I think, at the Capitol. I'm not gonna tell you what the name of the Capitol is, because I don't know if I want to give away my position yet, or close to my position. So there was only 2 showers in the boat for the gangs, either the Bloods or the Crips, and you'd have to wait till the very end till everyone's done, and then you still have to get permission, some shit like that. He said when he was in the county, still waiting to go to prison, he said, he's talking about his lawyers, man. He said it's all about money, man. If you got the right amount of money and the right lawyer, you could probably get away with doing some horrific stuff in this life and get out of it, and get out of jail, and get out of going to prison where they pay people off. It's all about who you know, what you know, and if you got the money. He said he's seen a person go in there for like, I'm gonna start using these words that they use here on these words that they got out here that they use on YouTube, like if you delete somebody. He said he saw someone go in there for deleting somebody, and he got out. And he said he saw someone go in there for grape, I think that's what they call it, and he got out. And then he said, he said his lawyer, so one of his lawyers passed away. That's a whole nother story. I'm gonna let him tell you that story one day. He said it was awful. He said, like, you couldn't sleep. You could sleep, but it's like you had to have someone watching your back while you sleep. You had to take turns watching your backs. He said a lot of people in there were like mentally ill. Like half the people in there are mentally ill. Then they get out on the street, they smoke some crack, they don't get the help that they want, and they're smoking crack, and they're just out there, people talking to themselves, yelling at the wall. And he's out, man, and he's doing okay. I still need to pray for him, that he finds a place to stay. So now on to what's the second story I was talking about? Oh, I got a new job, so I've been praying for this thing. Luckily, I didn't have to get nobody fired. Used to be my style, but now I follow Christ, so I didn't have to. I've been trying not to like hurt nobody, not try to strangle anybody. So a couple months ago, I told my lawyer, my manager, because I'd already had this kind of planned out. Like, there was one guy in there that I wanted to take his position. I mean, I should get him fired, but I didn't do that. I didn't try to never do that. We had beef, but all that shit got settled a long time ago, last year. But I did let my manager know a couple months ago, hey, if there's ever a spot open, hey, I'm willing to move over here, make this lateral move, and make some more money, do something different. And he was like, cool. And the reason I'd done that was because the service writer where I work she likes me for some reason. She likes me. I'm friends with one of the mechanics. My manager likes me. And they were just talking about it one day, and they're like, hey, do you want to do that? Like, you should say something to the manager. We'll co-sign it. And they did. And then it just so happened, like 2 months later, this dude just quit one day. Just quit. I was going to lunch, and I seen him like coming in. He was kind of acting weird, but he just disappeared. He didn't tell nobody. He just quit. And so I went to the manager and was like, and my friends and like the mechanic friends were like, go say something to the manager. They're like, go say something to him now. Say something to him now. Do it now. I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, all right, man, yeah. I got this. So when it told him, he's like, all right. And we started talking about it, started negotiating a little bit, like, yeah. So that took about a month. That happened like a month ago. And we slowly been talking about it. Now we already talked about pay, my uniform. Now I already got a date that I'm going to start too. So that is good. That is great. That is a blessing, a major blessing right there. To get back on my feet, to do something, and to not like have to now can leave my lazy coworkers in the dust, but can be still in the same building. And one reason I want to make this move too, like in the same building, have a different job, is because I like this place. It's one of the least toxic places I've ever worked, or that I've worked in a while. I have only had I've barely had any problems. The one problem I did have last year was like, I squashed that shit like a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a joker, man. But yeah, that shit got squashed. Yeah, man, like I like everyone that works there. Everyone's pretty chill. We just get shit done. We get our work done. I've already made a reputation for myself for just getting shit done. You're not getting stressed out about stuff. Just let's get it done, and everything just is working pretty good, man. No one else is like really being toxic. We're all pretty much grown adults there. I'm liking it. It's close to the house. I'm about to start making like $4 more than I was making. So I need that so I can pay the bills at my house, at my own house. And so that's about it on that. And so then on to the next topic. And there's probably some other topics in between here that I didn't talk about. But since I want this to be like a short video, a quick catch-up video for the past 2 months. Oh, man, I'll add some stuff on. But so now to my homegirl that passed away. This chick I used to date, man. From like 2017 to like 2022. We were seeing each other. I was seeing each other. We were cool. Met her at my mom's church. And I'd walked into the building for some kind of young adult event. It's not an event, but like they would just be hanging out on like a Tuesday or something. Went in there because the lady organizing it just kept bugging me, like, come in there. So I went in there. This chick started talking to me. Ended up getting her number because she was messing with me. She was talking to me. She's like, hey, what's up? Like, so I was like, yeah, what's up? All right. We were off and on Yeah, we was off and on for a couple years hanging out. Cool. I'd take her out. And everything was chill. Her parents liked me. And everything was chill. Till one day, she like ran away or something. Now the thing about her was she had seizures. She was on medication for seizures. She had seizures so bad that she couldn't drive. She couldn't get a driver's license because of that. Because she could have a seizure in the middle of driving. So this like affected her life. Not being independent. Because when at our age, you know, you get older, you want to be independent. You know, have a car. You gotta have like a car or something, and like to get to work, and then to be able to do stuff. And this affected her whole life, I think, because she ended up running away, and she almost got pimped out by some people that she knew from high school. And she had called me from this hotel one day because she had dissed me. We were supposed to go out and see the Mike Tyson. This is back in like 2013. Damn, it been that long? Nah, it couldn't have been that long. No, wait, no. 2013, 14, 15, 16. Nah, it could have been 13. Like 16, 17. Because I remember I was working at Nissan, tinting windows. And we were supposed to see like Mike Tyson fight. Or somebody was supposed to fight. Some old fogey that was supposed to fight. And we were supposed to go to my homeboy's house to see it. She flaked out on me, and I was mad about that. So when she called me and told me her whereabouts, and then she told me she ran away, I called her parents to make sure she was all right. Like, do you know your daughter like just disappeared or something? And they were like, nah. And they were like, so I went to her house. I went to her parents' house, and or did I do that? Or did I just went to her house? I just went to her house, and her parents were like, come inside. And I was like, yo, she called me from this number, so let me like see where it was. I found out where it was right then and there, and I drove over there. I didn't even tell her parents. And luckily, and this is on the side of town where like there'd be some prostitution going on. I went to like the reception area. I had a picture of her because her mom was saying like she hadn't been taking her medication. She's got to take that medication every day. I'm trying to make this story short, but this is a major part of the story. I was there showing a picture like, hey, you know this girl, she needs her medication. And she's in the reception. It was acting real shady. Boom, right then her mom shows up. Boom. The lady her mom starts going in on the receptionist like, you get her now, I'm calling the cops. You better get her out of here. Get her like to come. She needs to come out wherever she's at right now. She's like, I got full custody over this person, over this adult because of the medication thing. And boom, the cops show up. They tell us what room she's in. We go to the room. We get her out of there. She comes out. Then we had to go get her phone. She had forgotten her phone, so we go back to get the phone. They cracked the door open like just a little bit with the chain on it, and there was one dude pretending like he was sleeping on the bed, and then one crazy looking hooker chick, old hooker chick too. They handed us the phone through the door. We left. She cried. They took her to the hospital. They took her to the ER. Did like a rape kit on her. She told the cops that they gave her she smoked crack with them, and the cops pretty much told us like if we hadn't pulled her out of there, she would have probably disappeared like a couple hours, or not a couple hours, a couple days. So ever since then, she loved me. She was happy for that, and she was doing good for a while. But her mama told me some stories like she had this ghetto streak where she would like to disappear, get involved with the wrong guys, and that's why her parents loved me, because I was just a happy-go-lucky guy that just goes to work. I never gave her drugs. I don't do drugs. Maybe that back then I might have smoked a little bit of pot, but I don't think I ever I don't remember ever smoking with her. Maybe once, if that. Oh yeah, no, we did smoke one time, but that was probably about it. And anytime we did go to a bar or anything, the most I'd give her was 2 drinks. Because she was on the medication. I'm not trying to that just ain't my style. Ain't trying to get no chick really blitzed. I might try to get blitzed. Now, usually when I go out with chicks, then I'm not trying to get blitzed. I'm trying to have a good time, sober, and get the F out of there all in one piece and get home safe. So, to make long story short, towards the end, she had kind of disappeared again with some guy. Her mom had called me trying to find out where she was, hoping that I could perform the same little miracle that I did before, like finding and pulling her out or getting her out of whatever situation was, but I couldn't. I didn't know where she was. She'd called me. I tried to get her, but I couldn't. And then she just disappeared, man. She was on drugs, hanging out with some new boyfriend, and I looked like she had gotten hooked on drugs pretty bad. She'd come home. She had ended up coming back home, and I did see her again, but her mom started telling me like she started stealing from the house. She was tweaking, stealing from the house, and she started looking different, like she had lost weight. And then that was the last time I probably seen her in person. Then I did start seeing she did have like 5 new like Facebook pages over the year, and she started looking really bad, like wore out, like on drugs. And then and I was working, and then like I lost complete touch with her and her mom. And then so about 2 years, that was like 2 years ago, and I lost complete touch. Ever since then, I've been praying for her, asking God to forgive me for the things of not being able to guide her right, and just not being like the best friend, even though like they were like I was a great friend, but you know, still sometimes like, I don't know, some people might call it survivor's guilt, but still there was things I did that I didn't know, because this was before I read the Bible. Now looking back, like, man, I could have been a better influence and more positive influence on her. I could have just led her closer to Christ. And so I decided to Google her one night because I was praying, and I Googled her name looking for arrest pictures or something like that, because I remember she did get arrested for like shoplifting, some minor things. And I found her obituary. And then in the morning, like I cried that night a little bit. In the morning, I texted her mom, and her mom responded immediately and told me that she passed away, and it was overdose on fentanyl. And I was at work and I cried because I opened my phone and I seen a picture of her. One of the times that she got arrested, she only had like 2 arrests. The first time she got arrested, she was crying in her picture. And I've been to jail before, so it ain't like a big deal. But to see her like she was scared, she probably the first time she ever been arrested. Man, it really broke my heart. I mean, I'd seen that picture before, but yeah. It's tough in knowing that she passed away in the state that she had passed away in, man. Really broke my heart, man. Really. Oh, now this video is 20 minutes long, but now it broke my heart, man. It's breaking my heart right now just thinking about it too, man. But we're gonna keep it tough. Not crying on camera. You know, this is stay out of your emotions. Stay out of your feelings sometimes, at least on camera. There'll be time to grieve. There's time to grieve, you know. And I don't know what else I want to say about that. I'll say more about that stuff later. You know, but right now, I don't want to say too much about that. And I'm gonna cut it pretty much here. What else? Anything else happen? Had some friends with some drama, especially like right here where I'm going to. The thing about bars is like, especially when people are like immature, or people go to the bar too much, and they make acquaintances, they make like little friends and acquaintances, then they start hanging out too much. That's when they start beefing. I've seen it happen a million times. Tell them, stop hanging out so much. Then they call me, tell me, man, you know what, so-and-so did this, and so-and-so disrespected me. And it's all good. Try to be like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens. So, but it's all good. This ain't like major drama. This ain't no hood drama. This is just like family, friend drama. So, we will talk later. Try to keep things positive. You know, if you ever find yourself in trouble, real in trouble, like the darkness is surrounding you, go grab yourself a New King James Version Bible and start reading the New Testament. I don't care. You can diss me all you want, say what you want, but start praying, start reading that Bible, start praying for the Holy Ghost to come and protect you. Pray for Christ and God. Because if you don't have Christ, you don't have God. Read the scriptures, learn about it, figure it out. All right, peace.